The Detroit Lions division opponent is set. They have the Washington Commanders that they will be facing in a refreshing matchup, a matchup that I wanted simply because it was refreshing. Not an opponent that we faced this year, not an opponent that we faced 3 times in the last calendar year. All right, so it's good to see. But what is, I think, is getting, we talked about this in a segment last week, that Lions fans, I think some of us are extremely sad. We are extremely sad. We have this PTSD of losing. And because we have this PTSD of losing, we begin to cower behind other teams. The media does this enough to us. We don't need to do this to ourselves. Now I'm understanding how the Kansas City Chiefs fan base has become so arrogant. I understand it now. At first I thought, hey, you know what? As a Detroit Lions fan, I don't want our fan base to become like this. But now I see how it's happening. Because you get accustomed to losing for so long that you're like a sad little puppy in the corner, and you're shivering. You don't want to, oh, I'm scared of this team. I'm scared of that team. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We are not scared of anybody. And now with the Washington Commanders, all of these hurdles are coming up. Oh, I don't want to face the Eagles because I don't want to face the Packers because I don't want to face the Bucks because it's all I don't want to face. How about bring it on? How about bring it on? Let me tell you something about the Commanders. According to ESPN, I believe they have the number 5 offense in the league. Detroit Lions, Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Washington Commanders in points per game. The Commanders score 28.5. The Detroit Lions are the number 1 offense in the league. We literally cannot be stopped, right? And that's what's going to carry our team. But we got to stop all this. Jaden Daniels, a running quarterback, is everyone's kryptonite. Now, specifically with the Detroit Lions. But Dan Campbell was asked about that in his press conference. Well, who doesn't stop a running quarterback, right? Who doesn't? I'm more concerned with getting to the passer than I am with containing a mobile QB, because the ones that we can't stop, they are chef's kiss. We're talking about Josh Allen, who is the hardest quarterback to sack. And Denver, the sack leader, sacked him 4 times. That's what they do. But so a running quarterback is going to run. It's going to be hard to stop. But we got to stop all of this. And it's not cute. It's annoying. It really is. Haven't you heard enough where, let me tell you something. Let's reflect on week 17 in the National Football League. We lose to the Buffalo Bills earlier in December, mid-December. We lose to the Buffalo Bills. Now we're coming up on the end of the season. We got Chicago, San Francisco, and we got Minnesota. So we lose to the Buffalo Bills. Let's fast forward to week 18. Nobody gave us credit. Let's even go back a little further than that. The Green Bay Packers, who are terrible. They're terrible. Every time we play them, it's, we're scared of the Packers. Nobody wants to give the Lions any respect. And we beat them. We swept the division. We have gone 11-1 in the division in 2 seasons. Now we get to week 18. The Minnesota Vikings are the better team. How do you deduce that? How? We have the better record. We're the better team where we're tied at that time. We go, we wipe the floor with them. I don't care what the score, what you think the game was closer. We wiped the floor. We kept them out of the end zone every single time. Sam Darnold threw 11 straight passes in the red zone, and none of them resulted in a touchdown. We got to stop acting like this. It's something I think that it's very similar to SOL. Right? SOL was ingrained in us for years. And even though we went 9-8, it was still in some fans. We go 12-5, losing the NFC title game. I never felt SOL, but it was in some fans. Now, you haven't heard that at all this year. I have not heard SOL one time. However, I think this is part of the SOL mentality. We have to stop being like this. The Lions are a better football team. Can they be beat? Anybody can be beat. Will they be beat? I sincerely doubt it. Ford Field is going to be insane. This is the perk of home field advantage. It does matter 100%. Now, the Commanders beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home 100%. Anything can happen. But I assure you that A, this team is not going to take any other team lightly, and B, they're going to come play. And the fans that will be at Ford Field, hopefully I'll be there myself, we are not going to let this team down. And we know our offense can literally put up points whenever they want. And we're potentially getting Monty back as well. We have to stop this. But I see how the Kansas City Chiefs fans became arrogant because you go from this losing and, we're not supposed to, and then you do, and nobody believes in you. So now you do, and now you're stumping around like a big dog because you had to deal with this for so long. How are the Lions the number one seed in the NFC at 15-2, but yet they constantly are getting doubted, and their own fan base doesn't believe in them? I don't understand. We got to get rid of this loser mentality. The Lions literally can beat any team in the National Football League. That's 100%. And I find it very hard to believe that the 6 seed Commanders are going to come in and beat the 1 seed Detroit Lions at their place. With the number one offense in the league. I just don't see it happening. But we got to stop this. It's time to be better, Lions fans.